Today we are building a storage platform for the back of my F-150 Wayne. If you're new here, hi, my name is Becky. I'm one half of this YouTube channel. My husband is working currently. This is what I'm calling Wayne Phase 2. So far, we have done the rooftop tent setup, the lift kit, we got our new tires, we got our charge station built. The storage solution is what's up now. So I found this video by this guy named Joe from Black Coat Taco. He basically made a platform for his domestic fridge for the back of his Tacoma, I believe. So I'm kind of using his video and his blog post as a guide. I have gone ahead, measured everything. I've done a couple of sketches. I ordered some materials. My pain point right now in the back of my truck when we're camping is that things get piled on top of each other. So in order to get something out from the bottom, everything above has to come out. So I'm basically building two platforms in the back of the truck. One on the passenger side, that's going to be 8 inches high by 35 inches wide by 19 inches deep. And that is going to house the domestic fridge. It's kind of going to go in long ways. And then the second one is going to be 25 inches by 19 inches by 12 inches high. So the one on the driver's side is going to be a little bit higher than the one on the fridge side. And that is because I need space to put my camera bag underneath. But if I made both of them 12 inches high, then the domestic fridge wouldn't have enough room to actually open and stay open. This is my first time working with aluminum. This is going to be a whole new experience for me. Anything where the weight is going to be distributed down to the floor, it's going to be assembled like this, because this is not a structural attachment, but this is. We're gonna see, I don't know. But again, total credit to Joe for this. I did not come up with this, so thank you, Joe. You don't know me, but anyway. Basically, I need to build a top for the fridge side, a top for the storage side, and then 2 sets of legs for either side. Let's do the small one first. Change of plans. Ow, my ears. We're gonna make the bigger one first. Please tell me I have enough of these. Doing it over again. Okay, what's 35 divided by 2? 17 and a half. So we used a combination of 1x1 extruded aluminum with these corner brackets, T-slot nuts, and bolts. And then I just connected everything together using my plan as a guide. That took 40 minutes to put this together, but I have the top frame put together. So the MDF is gonna sit on top of here. I have to put in these little things so I can make sure that I can screw the MDF in, as well as these D-rings. So these D-rings are kind of gonna go on like this and then get attached like this. And that's gonna give me an attachment point to lash down my fridge with. The top done, gaff tape these end pieces. Next is legs, and I've got to build 2 sets. Same process, time lapse. Okay, I have one more of these to make, and then we can attach it to the top. So 2 sets of legs. I'm almost out of material. I have 3 brackets left. I need 2, 4, 6, plus like 20 more for the other one. Okay, that works. Quite a bit of space under there, actually. I think that's as far as I can go right now with the materials that I have. This is the smaller of the 2 frames that I got put together, and I ended up adding bracing on the outsides because it was a little bit wiggly this way, but now it's like rock solid, which is deadly. Let's see if a camera bag fits underneath. Oh, no problem at all. But that works out friggin' great. So the top's gonna be closed and the sides are gonna be open as well, just to keep down on weight. That's one down. Problem is, the other one that I put together, it's actually too long, so I'm gonna have to cut that down. So you might recognize this cobalt saw from our home renovation series. We kept it, and now it's just dedicated to metal cutting, so we have a metal compatible blade on there. Once Chris was done fixing my mistake, we got the MDF out and we cut down the tops for both of the platforms.
Does it fit?
She's bang on, buddy. She's rock solid. Wow, yeah. 29 5/8.
All right, pimento of truth.
Hair long. Bang on now. Bang on.
Bang on?
Yeah, she's bang.
Yeah.
The real help I need is countersinking these holes to line up with the holes on the inside, and then the D-rings are also in here somewhere. We just marked all the locations where we're gonna put the screws in. and the D-rings. Get all that dry fit. Once that works, we're gonna paint the MDF with bedrock paint. I went ahead and glued in all my little T-nuts in the tracks so that they will stay in place while
T-nuts.
So they will stay in place while we attach the MDF to the frame. After a little trial and error, we decided not to countersink the screws. And because we were using bed liner paint, we didn't really have to do a lot of surface prep, so we just roughed up the MDF, rounded the corners, and started painting. We have all the MDF ready. We tried truck bed coating spray paint. Didn't really like how it looked, didn't really cover that well. It wasn't very textured. We're gonna test this bed liner paint. It's really chunky. I don't know if this is gonna work. We're gonna try it out and see, and hope for the best. Well, it's definitely chunky, I'll tell you that much. Because you don't want shit to be sliding around on it. All right, should we just go for it or what? Do we still like this? Look how chunky it is. It's like just hanging off. This is terrible. Definitely seems to be spreading it better. So I swapped the roller over to a smaller version with a thinner nap, and that seemed to put the product on a lot better.
That looks better.
I'm seeing like big blobs on this guy. In the end, I put one messy coat on the back as a trial, and then 2 good coats, swapping rolling directions on the top. It was still chunky, but I found putting it on heavy-handed, coating the whole thing, then back rolling it gave the best finish. And then I coated the sides as much as they needed to be coated until it was fully black and not absorbing into the MDF. Now I knew it was gonna be chunky. I kind of wanted this so things wouldn't slip around, but I cannot imagine DIYing this product on my truck bed myself. The bedrock paint is now dry on the MDF. I threw out some leftover coin grip a couple of months ago that had been sitting in the house for 3 years. If I had my time back, I would have used it. Because the bed liner paint is really textured and it's also really glossy. I think I probably would have sprayed it black, then put a matte on the top, but we're fully committed to this glossy textured thing now. Things are gonna go on top of it and we don't want things to slip around. So we're gonna install it now on the metal frame. We have the D-rings being reamed out because the holes are not quite big enough for the screws that came with it. And we're gonna finish this project up.
They call me the Reamer, the Redeemer. Open up your holes like dominoes. Yeah, they got little dots on them. Tell that to the Redeemer. The Reamer.
Okay.
The Cleveland Steamer.
D-rings.
After Chris reamed out the holes on the D-rings, we put all of the screws in, and then we tried to line it up with the little T-nuts that I had glued in place previously. This was a really difficult step, and it was a bit of a hassle. We capped the ends of the aluminum with these tabs. Sorry?
I just farted, I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry, no. It's like a little glossy, like it'd be cool if it was matte, but I think that like for the ruggedness of it, it is what it is, and you're gonna be covering it with the fridge and stuff anyway. It's a rugged, bed-lined shelf. Well, let's just put it in. Wow, this looks high quality.
Oh, thanks. Have these metal lash points here on the back. I did not want to get rid of my seats because we actually use the seats. The key to this is to be able to remove it and put it back in, depending on if we have passengers.
Oh, they're not the same height.
They're not supposed to be. Not the
I'm
same
just
height.
kidding.
So the reason why we did 2 different levels is one, the lower one is going to house the fridge, and the other one I wanted to be able to put my camera bag underneath. And we have this gap here, which is actually kind of good because I have things like tripods, light stands, tarp poles, and other long items that can go back here. And this can all come out and we can use the seats by just unloosening the ratchet straps and taking this out, which is awesome. So the other reason why I wanted to build the storage platforms is to have storage underneath. Things won't get piled up and super messy. You can also access stuff from the side. That's why I kept the sides open. Working with aluminum was a little bit of a pain, but it was actually pretty easy if you have all the right measurements. We did have to cut things down because I mismeasured. The MDF portion, I don't love the way the bed liner paint looks, but it is what I chose and I knew it was going to look like this. I just wish it was a little bit less glossy. I could spray paint over it. I'm not going to. Law of diminishing returns, we got this done. We can officially check figuring out the storage solution off the list. We're gonna do a shakedown trip, see if this actually works. Hopefully it wasn't a huge waste of money and time, but that's not gonna be in this video. We're gonna have to use it a couple of times and then we'll keep you posted on if this works out. So far, it's pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching and we'll catch you next weekend for another one. Bye! Hey, are you dying?
Yes, yes.
I just want y'all to know, I just had tacos and they were great.
I had tacos too, but I had eaten potato chips, so they almost spoiled my appetite.
Turn from wintertime to hot ass summer.
Ass summer. Around the alarm.
I had time, see, as soon as I bring my guns up.
It's like a stud finder.
I know people give us a hard time for using Ryobi tools, but like name another brand that you can get a drill press for an affordable price. I'll wait.